July 25, 1943. On July 25, 1943, after 21 years of dictatorial rule, Benito Mussolini, the fascist leader of Italy, was unceremoniously removed from power. This dramatic event was not a popular uprising, but a stunning internal coup, a direct consequence of Italy's disastrous involvement in World War II. By the summer of 1943, Italy was on its knees. The war effort had been a series of devastating military setbacks, from the collapse of the African front to the Allied invasion of Sicily on July 10th. The country was reeling from heavy aerial bombing, and the population suffered from severe food shortages and a plummeting morale. The Italian people now held him responsible for their misery and yearned for an end to the war. The catalyst for Mussolini's downfall came from within his own government. On the night of July 24th, the Grand Council of Fascism, the supreme body of the regime, met for the first time in 4 years. A motion was put forward by a high-ranking fascist, Dino Grandi, who argued that Mussolini's dictatorship had led Italy to the brink of military disaster. The motion, which called for the transfer of the Duce's supreme powers to King Victor Emmanuel III, passed with a decisive 19-7 vote. Among those who voted against Mussolini was his own son-in-law, Galeazzo Ciano. Though the Grand Council's vote was technically not legally binding, it gave King Victor Emmanuel III the justification he needed to act. The following afternoon, a weary and unsuspecting Mussolini arrived at the Villa Savoia for his routine meeting with the king. It was there that the king informed him that the war was lost, and that he was being replaced as prime minister by Marshal Pietro Badoglio. As Mussolini left the meeting, he was arrested by police, assured that it was for his own safety, and driven away in an ambulance. The removal of Mussolini marked the collapse of fascism in Italy and was a monumental turning point in World War II. The news of his arrest was met with widespread relief and celebration among the Italian public. However, the fall of Mussolini did not immediately end the war for Italy. The new government under Badoglio publicly stated that the war would continue, while secretly beginning negotiations with the Allies. This led to Germany's occupation of northern and central Italy, the rescue of Mussolini by German commandos, and the establishment of a Nazi puppet state, the Italian Social Republic. Italy was then plunged into a brutal civil war. The events of July 25, 1943, ultimately led to Italy switching sides and joining the Allies, a move that had a profound impact on the course of the war in Europe.